Welcome to this month's Mindful Eating class with the Health Education and Training Center of Gainesville. I've got a few things on the agenda for you today, so I hope there's something in here you find useful. We'll start with a guided meditation focused on body awareness and gauging how hungry we are right now. If you want, you could even stop the video there and go make or eat something delicious. If you're looking for an idea, I'll follow our meditation with a demonstration of a sweet and savory Brussels sprout dish. Next, I'll share some tips for extending your mindful eating to the cooking process itself, making your time in the kitchen part of your journey toward a deeper connection with your food. And finally, I'll give a quick tour of the SNAP EBT booth at one of the farmers markets here in Gainesville, where you can actually double your SNAP benefits to spend on fruits and veggies at the market. So let's go ahead and get started.
Make your way to a comfortable position, sitting, laying down, or standing if that's what feels best today. Let's start with just a few deep breaths in and out. Gently close your eyes or let your gaze drop to the floor. Put one hand lightly on your belly and focus on how it rises and falls with your breathing. If you feel your mind drifting away from your breath, don't worry. You're not bad at this. You're not doing it wrong. In fact, by simply noticing what your mind is doing, you're practicing mindfulness. So throughout this meditation, anytime you find your focus drifting, just gently guide yourself back without judgment. We'll move now into a short body scan, starting with the top of our heads. Just take a moment to notice any sensations there. Slowly move your focus down across your forehead, your eyes, nose, lips, jaw, neck. Are you noticing any clenching or tightness anywhere? Maybe a tingle or an itch? Whatever it is, there's no need to fix or change anything right now. We're just noticing. Drop your focus into your shoulders, upper back, upper arms, chest, lower arms, and belly. Are there any points of contact or pressure with the back of a chair, a mattress, or a wall? Bring your focus back for a few moments to the rise and fall of your belly with the breath. Then let your focus drop to your hips, thighs, lower legs, and feet. Notice any places where your body is supported by your seat or by the floor. And finally, bring your focus back to your belly and notice any sensations of hunger or fullness you might be feeling. It might help to visualize a scale from 1 to 10 or even a swinging pendulum. Where is your hunger level on that scale or in the arc of the swing? As you notice, try not to assign any sort of value judgment on how you're feeling or how you think you should be feeling. Honor your experience, whatever it is. Part of mindful eating is building a sense of trust in our own bodies to tell us what they need and learning to listen. If you find you are hungry and have the opportunity right now to make or get a meal for yourself, go ahead and pause the video and spend the next few moments exploring what colors, flavors, or textures would be pleasing to you right now. If you're ready to finish your meditation, go ahead and bring your awareness back to the room. Open your eyes and notice your surroundings, things you can see, smell, hear, feel, and even taste. And finally, just notice how you're feeling now and if that's changed at all since we started. You can repeat this practice as often as you'd like to. To make this simple but rich 30 minutes or less dish, you'll need 12 prunes, 4 Brussels sprouts, a quarter cup of balsamic vinegar, a quarter cup of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of fresh parsley, half a cup of ricotta cheese, half a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of pepper. Start by preheating an oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. While it's heating, chop the ends off of the Brussels sprouts and then slice them into quarters. Then slice just a little bit off of each prune so that you can open up a pocket in the center to stuff the sprout slices into. When you've stuffed all 12 prunes, mince the pieces you sliced off with the remaining Brussels sprouts. Put this mixture into a bowl and put the stuffed prunes into a loaf pan. Measure out a 1/4 cup each of olive oil and balsamic vinegar, swirl to mix, and then drizzle over the stuffed prunes. Put the loaf pan in the oven and set a timer for 15 minutes. While that's cooking, mince up some fresh parsley so that you end up with about a tablespoon, and then add that into the bowl. Add in the salt, pepper, and ricotta cheese, and then mix. When the timer goes off, pull the prunes out of the oven and place them on top of the cheese mixture. There will still be a little bit of the oil and vinegar mixture in the pan, so give it a little swirl and then drizzle a little bit of it over top of everything. This dish is deceptively filling, so I'd say this makes about 4 servings. Enjoy! If you've been following this class for a while, you already know that the practice of mindful eating is all about deepening your relationship with both food and your body, using all your senses to fully experience what you're eating, as well as listening to your body's signals telling you what it needs and when to start and stop eating. Today, I want to share with you some tips that I've learned from others and from my own experience for how to extend your mindfulness practice into the kitchen so that the food prep process itself can become part of your self-care. First, create a space you like to be in. This doesn't mean it has to be fancy, pristine, or have a bunch of gadgets. Just take a moment to reflect on how you want to feel when you're in the kitchen, whether it be energetic, peaceful, or creative. And think of a few things you can do to the space that will help you enter that state of mind. Next, when you step into the kitchen to cook, take just a few seconds to close your eyes, feel how the floor is supporting you, and notice your breathing. Use this time to come into the present moment and pay attention to your whole experience. Keep checking in with all of your senses throughout the cooking process to soak in the vibrant colors, diverse textures, tantalizing smells, and mouth-watering tastes of your food as it turns into a meal. Also take a moment to consider where your food comes from and all the people whose efforts, including your own, went into getting each ingredient into your kitchen. One of my favorite tips is to practice embracing repetitive tasks. I used to resent the monotony of chopping produce, but over time I've come to love it for its meditative qualities. Repetitive tasks like chopping that don't require a lot of active calculation offer a great opportunity to bring your mind back from wherever it might have wandered off to and check in again with all your senses. Another great thing about cooking is that it naturally encourages you to move your body, chopping, mixing, stirring, and pulling things off shelves. Enjoying this movement and noticing what your body is doing is another great way to practice mindfulness and strengthen the connection between body and mind. If you're so inclined, you can also collaborate in the kitchen with a loved one, maybe a child, a parent, a partner, or a friend. Talking about what you're making and coordinating who's going to do what can be a great way to stay present in the kitchen and enjoy the company of others. You could even do this virtually if your cooking partner is in a different kitchen. And finally, experimentation and play are at the core of mindful cooking. Using your own skills, inner wisdom, and creativity can bring a sense of fun and excitement to the cooking process. And when something doesn't work out the way you intended, it's totally okay. Trial and error are crucial parts of discovering what works best for you so that cooking becomes something that brings you joy. Hi everybody, and welcome. I'm here at the GNB Market at Heartwood near the Rosa Parks bus station in Gainesville, Florida. At this market, as well as others across town and across the state, you can actually double your SNAP benefits to buy fruits and vegetables if you have an EBT card. I want to give you a quick tour of what you can expect when you come to the market. You'll just need to show your card to the person staffing the booth so that they can put your information into a tablet like this one. You'll need to enter your 4-digit PIN to confirm that you're authorized to use the card. The staff member will write down your first and last initial and then the last 4 digits on your card, as well as your zip code and the amount you'd like to spend. Don't forget to present or ask for a frequent shopper card, since on the 5th time you use it, you get an extra $5 for fruits and vegetables. Once the transaction is approved, you'll get tokens like these in the amount that you choose. In Gainesville, the orange tokens stand in for the money that comes off of your EBT card. So the same rules that apply to the card in the grocery store also apply to the orange tokens. That means you can get things like fruits, vegetables, bread, milk, cheese, meat, and more. Thanks to the Fresh Access Bucks program, you'll also get the same amount in green tokens. Green tokens can be used for Florida-grown fruits, vegetables, and plants that produce food. So, for example, if you want to take $20 from your EBT card, you'll get $20 of both the orange and the green tokens for a total of $40 that you can spend at the market. Hope to see you there!